In this video, we're going to take a look at getting around pesky automation curves and things like that if we just want to turn certain areas of an audio region up or down a little bit. Sometimes we want to turn lots of little areas up or down. We might want this phrase up and this phrase down, and we might go through the whole track to do that. And if we were going to use automation, then we would have to open up automation and we'd have to start making all these little tiny edits, and this can be very, very, very tedious. And so I think there's a lot of better ways to do that, and so I'm going to show you my favorite way. This song, I've got two lead vocals. I have this part is the lead vocal. It's like the first verse and the chorus with this backup. But then in this area, this backup takes over as the lead. And you can see she sings a fair amount louder, but it isn't quite enough. I do need to actually turn this part up because I have this turned down so low because it's just a backup part. But when we get here, it's not quite loud enough. Lots of different ways to deal with this. Like I said, you could automate this to turn up here. You can also do things like this where I cut this region here and I cut it somewhere over here, and then I maybe duplicate this track like this, and then I maybe move this down here, and then I turn this whole track up. That's another way of dealing with this, but it's just a little bit more messy if we're just trying to turn up certain areas. So in Pro Tools, they use a feature called Clip Gain, and basically I'm going to show you how to do that in Logic. So if I just want to turn this area up, all I need to do is select this area, and then I need to use the gain tool, and I can gain up just that clip. And so the way I do this is I like to set my smart tool up here to have my command. If I hold command, it selects the marquee tool. And so if I hold command, you'll see my cursor will turn into the marquee tool here. If I let go of command, it goes back to the pointer. So I have the marquee tool selected. I select the area that I want to turn up. And then from here, if I hit the T key on the keyboard, it brings up my tools. And then if I hit the G key, which is right next to T, it selects the gain tool for me. So I just do a quick TG, and now I have the gain tool, which you can see is selected right here. And when I hover over this, I can turn it up or down really easily. So let's say I want this up several dB. There we go. And then to get back to my pointer tool, I just hit T and then T again. So I'm going to show you that again and see. You'll see how fast it is. So here I am. I'm just going to hold command, select this, TG, turn this up or down, TT, and I'm back to exactly how I was. So that's a really quick way, and you can do this, anywhere you want. I can command here, TG, turn it up, TT, go back. Or if I was going to keep turning things up or down, I can select an area, TG, turn it up. Hold command, select an area, turn it up. I don't have the TG because I still have the gain tool selected. So I'm just choosing areas that I want to turn up or down. And then when I'm done, I TT to go back to just my regular pointer tool. Now, one of the limitations with this, which you may have noticed, is I am not zoomed in very much, so it can be hard to pick exactly the area to zoom in and out of to see exactly where I want to turn it up or down. For example, I was selecting here, but it's hard to see exactly where she stops being loud and goes back to being back up, and I might not have made my selection proper here. So a really quick way of zooming in Logic is to hold Control and Option, and I get this magnifying glass, and I can drag over the area that I want to edit, and I get this beautiful, beautiful display here where I can do the same exact thing. Hold the marquee tool, come over here, and I can choose a really specific area where she stops being louder and goes back to backup, and then TG, and I can turn this up or down, whatever I want to do. TT. And now to get back to my previous zoom level, I just hold Control and Option and just do a single click anywhere. Doesn't matter where, just single click, and it will send me back to my original screen size and my zoom settings. Okay, so just real quick, I'll show you how fast that can be. If I just want to turn up, let's say I want to turn this phrase up, really easy, right? Hold Command, select, well, let's do a zoom in, like we said. Maybe I only want to turn like this last phrase up. So all I do, Control Option, zoom in here. Maybe I want to zoom in again. Hold Command, select, TG, turn it up, TT to go back, Control Option I'm holding now, click to go back out, click one more to go back out, and now I'm back to my zoom level, and this has been turned up a little bit. So Clip Gain, basically in Logic, really, really, really fun feature. Hope you check it out.